Hello, welcome to another Friday artwork video. So just a heads up with this one, this could be quite long. I've looked at the binder and I just love all of the cards in this particular set in terms of the artwork. I'm having trouble picking them, so I'm actually just going to go through all the cards I've pulled from boosters. Additionally, and because of that you might not need this, but if you did want to see the cards sort of individually as they came out of the boosters, then I will include a link to my original pack openings for these. But just so you're warned, in case you need to go and get a drink or some food. Yeah, let's go down. Again, I'll come in from above so you can sort of catch the rules text a little bit. But like I said, if you're really interested in seeing how I pulled these out, then yeah, I'll include a link to the original pack openings. So these cards are really interesting. These Genji cards. Of course, if I'm going to go through all of these, I won't have to worry about accidentally missing out on any rares. And these are all pack fresh. Now, obviously, for some of these, I've got like 2 ofs, 3 ofs, maybe even 4 ofs. So I suppose you're not getting every single copy of every single card I pulled out of the booster, but that would be a bit too silly, wouldn't it? Also, the basic lands. No, actually, no, it wouldn't be. Yeah, I'm having trouble remembering actually whether at this point did Magic boosters include basic lands. I don't think they did, actually. I think there was a while before they just reintroduced those, but yeah. So yeah, we will not be featuring basic lands, and if there were any, they would be obviously featured in one of my Land Ahoy episodes. And if I can, I'll try and do a side-by-side comparison for foils. We'll see. I've got one here actually that falls into that category where I've got both the foil and the non-foil. Tell you what I'll do. Let's do it around the other way. Let's do the non-foil first. So there's what the non-foiled version looks like. There's the foiled version. Again, you know, with the white cards that are foiled, gives it a slightly more metallic, almost like artifact look to the border, I think, sometimes. So it's subtling. The foil is pretty subtle there. It's not, you know, like last week we had a lot of quite interesting images like pop out when we were doing it. So thanks to everybody that sort of commented on stuff that popped out. It's always fun when people do that, because there's obviously stuff that I just don't see while I'm doing this. I'm, you know, obviously looking at this through a lens, not a lens, a screen on my camcorder, because I'm pretty old school with this, and so I don't always spot everything. It's not really until if I happen to watch these on big screen TV, then it's like stuff really pops. Okay. Have we had any rares yet? No, here we go. It's our first one. Yep, so yeah, there's stuff in here that cares about spirits and that sort of thing. Obviously, what's nice now as well, I already have done a set musings for this. I've done pack openings, you know, so your sport for choice really. I'll include links to those. I'll include links to also Scryfall, if you like to maybe go through and slice and dice stuff up in Scryfall. Yep, bit of damage prevention. Be interesting to see if any of the cards that I sort of pointed out in the deck musings episode that this goes with, and we see any of those cards. particularly the Legends. That's always very weird. Yeah, because of course I would have drafted this set online at some point. There's a blue rare. So far we've had one up till now. So this is our second rare. The previous one was in white. Got Genji of the Falls here. And of course there's these ninjutsu cards, ninjas in the set. And this one, which I think by now is, it always seems to me that's cropped up in a few pre-cons. Of course it is common, so it might just be the case again. I'm sort of false memory, and I just remember it from seeing when I drafted this set online maybe. Although online this would have been drafted with in combination with the main set. Not so interesting. These spirits are just so weird. This is the other reason why I wanted to do all of these cards. It's just anything really with either is a spirit or implies that a spirit is involved in some way. Pretty cool. Yeah, so this is a good one. I don't know if there is anything additional that people would have missed on that, but stuff like that, often stuff pops. I'm not so far seeing a lot of foils, which is interesting. So, I don't know if we'll see any fun things pop out of this. Okay, here's a blue rare. Yeah, these cards are always amusing. They like have this massive board effect, but they do have a very high cost to them. I always imagine, like when someone's playing in the pre-con, or they pull one of those and think, yeah, I'm going to try and pull it off just because I can. Where are we? This is quite nice. Yeah, I'm going through this. I'm already seeing that, obviously with the commons, I've got 2 or 3 copies of things here. Quite a few of these. Another ninja. Okay, so moving on to black. Don't know if we've got any foil stuff here. Seems to be the only thing really lacking. Yes, and the aptly titled Blessing of Leeches. I imagine that could look quite interesting in full. And here. Yes, we are at that point in the proceedings where we get onto the slightly more disturbing cards. Cool, eradicate, yeah. So what does this do? Oh, okay. So yeah, these sort of cards which just basically get rid of a whole load of stuff. I can do the fins. Enchant Swamp. That one. And yeah, this one's come up this week. Right. Interesting, we're not seeing a ton of legends, are we? Even though that they were, some of them were at the lower rarities, that uncommon, I think. But we do have a higher rarity one here. This is Rat Offering. I can't remember, did I ever do a Commander Durdle episode around that or not? It rings a bell. Of course, again, it could have just turned up in like a draft ball, maybe. Oh, okay. Oh, this will be good. See if anything pops from this one. So, found another one where I've got a foil and a regular. So we'll bring that on camera in a moment. So I've just arranged it. So, again, here's the regular version. It's another ninja. Some Okiba Gang Shinobi. So then we have the foil one. It looks very orange on the camera, doesn't it? And then sort of side by side, you can sort of compare a bit of them. Let's just try and see if we can get anything to pop on here. I don't think so. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? So most of the foil cards we've seen so far. It's just the way it turns out sometimes. The last week's was definitely super interesting in terms of what popped. That one's a fairly straightforward spirit, however this one, yeah, somewhat weirder. Definitely a set that's good, you know, if you're looking, you just want to flick through a set and see if there's anything interesting utility-wise that plays around with the graveyard. I think it's quite fun to have a look through this particular set to see what you can find. Another ninja, a rat ninja. I seem to remember one of the, might have been the theme for one of the precons for this set. One of the theme decks. Okay, let's just leave that on camera. That's really interesting because I know you can see the really tiny character down here. So this is a 7/4. Attacks each turn if able. It's got haste on it. It's in a 5 and 2 red. Okay, all about. Each enchantment does 2 damage to its controller. Okay, crack the earth. Each player sacrifices a permanent. Single red sorcery. So quite good if you don't care about your stuff getting sacked. Okay, so I think this must be our first of this style of flip card, so I have to do this slightly differently. So there we go. There's that bit there, the Cunning Bandit side. And then you can see here we get this. There you go. Zammuki Treachery Incarnate. And I think, as I pointed out, notice at this point the set symbol was down here. One we looked at, like a reprint, I think it was, or a more modern version of these types of cards, the set symbol was up here. Okay, nice instant red spell. Does 1 damage to target creature and 1 damage to creature's controller. 1 and a red. There's Vanilla Ogre, 5/3 for 3 and 2 red. And then we have this card, which I seem to remember I ended up seeing a lot of because it was common. It's Frostling. So 1/1 for 1 with a sack ability on it. And Goblin Cohort. 2/2 for 1, but it has that condition on it. So. Okay. I haven't really been keeping tabs on the rares here, but as I'm showing all of the cards, I'm sure you've spotted which ones. I think in black the only one was the patron of the Nezumi. And then in red we haven't had anything so far, but I see one just coming up, that's why I'm mentioning it. In a moment, but not quite yet. Okay. And this one, it's a spirit. It's a legendary creature. It's 1/2. 1 on the red switch. Each creature's power and toughness until end of turn. And it's Manichi, or Manichi. Is that? The Fevered Dream. So, yeah. We have a samurai with Bushido, Ronin Cliff Rider. You can see we've got a few sort of ogres in red and goblins, stuff like that. Another interesting piece of arcane related artwork. It's a 4 damage spell. Here, Torrent of Stone. It's interesting with a title like that. I was expecting it to be some sort of, blow up lands, but it looks like it's blowing up your own mountains, unfortunately. To do that splice into arcane business. Here's another one of the flip spells of this era, so you can do this slightly differently with this. So you can see with the artwork, basically there's 2 pieces of artwork and they're flipped. One of them's flipped. So, yeah. Budoka Pupil. And then Chiga who topples oaks. We have an old mass. I'm noticing a few vanilla creatures here actually. Harbinger of Spring. Oh, here's our rare and green coming up. 5/5 with trample. And interesting legendary synergy there. So Muru of the Open Fist. And alongside that, another rare. Star creature, and it's Kodama of the Center Tree. And we have a Loam Dweller. Really freaky art. Mark of Sakiko, I think that is. Probably mangling these pronunciations. Yeah. And another weird piece of spirit artwork, which always makes me smile. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to go through everything. Some of these are at the lower edges. And then we're following out that with another rare. So there's actually, I got 3 rares in green. And so far, okay. And we have a Sakura Tribe Spring Caller. So yeah, a number of cards. You've probably seen from this block where they, Sakura Tribe. And you saw there was a Matsu Tribe. And then move on to a 4/4 creature spirit here. This one's, relatively, well, I don't know, not that normal actually. Scaled Hulk. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, Sorceries Splinter. Yeah, these spells, which like this one, remove target artifact from the game. Search its controller's graveyard, hand and library of all cards of the same name as that artifact, remove them from the game. That player then shuffles his or her library. So obviously these play better in non-singleton formats. So any format where there's likely to be more than one card. They're better in Taproot Kami, 0 star. And just 3 more cards to go. So we have this one, which is Vital Surge, and not a ton of artifacts here. I think generally probably the set didn't have many artifacts in it. We have Mirror Gallery, which says the legend rule does not apply. Okay, whatever that might be at a given time, I suppose. So that's my only artifact for this set. Not sure off the top of my head how many artifacts there actually were in the set. Although I suppose by now, after Mirrodin, maybe people were pretty sick of artifacts for various reasons. And this, which is interesting, so this was at, so that Mirror Gallery was a rare. This is uncommon. It's a legendary land. There you go. God's Eye Gate to the Reiki. She ended up with 2 of those, funnily enough. Yeah, so adds 1 to your mana pool, but when it's put into graveyard from play, put a 1/1 colour spirit creature token into play. So there we have it. As I've said, if you're interested in seeing the original pack openings for these, so it would have been boosters, I've got a couple of videos where I open like 5 packs of each, 5 packs of these each time. I'll include a link to that. I'll include a link to Scryfall. I'll include a link to the Set Musings episode that I did originally for this. The Deck Musings episode would have just gone out on the same week this went out, so I won't include that. But I will include the Set Musings because that was quite a whiles ago now, probably. So thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in a future episode.